Hello everyone, welcome to Coder Compass. Today we're going to learn about some of the HTML and CSS. This is one of the basic courses. Okay, here we're going to try to make a simple website like this one. So in this website, this is our header portion. Okay, and if we see this here, this is our uh, head title portion. Okay, and if we see this yellow bar, this is our navigation portion. Then this whole part is our body main portion. Then this finally this bottom face is our footer portion. So in HTML, it consists of some of the things like first we have to start our code with HTML. Then and every starting tag has a closing tag. Some of them are different, like they are break and horizontal line element that don't have the end tag. So between this estimate tag there are some portion, like one is head portion and another is body portion. In the head portion, it contains like title. Okay, it in the head portion it contains like title, or we are linking a css or other files and other data. Okay, and in our some of the metadata also are in the head portion. And in the body portion there are three parts. One is header, then we can see we have footers, then we have some other portion like main. Within the main we can see we have paragraph portion, paragraph line, then our common image image tag, then our we can see our link reflect linking tag, then there are many more. Okay, so using those simple tag we're going to draw a simple website like this one. So drawing a for designing a HTML code, we need some place to write our code. So here we are going to use our notepad. In our notepad you need to open two portion. Okay, one in this one portion will be we are going to writing HTML code. Okay, and for the sheet for CSS code we will need another portion. Okay, and you need to save them in the same directory, or you need to link the directory by using the link element. Okay, so let me first start by in the first portion I am going to save this file as a file. Okay, save as. Let me create a new folder for this. Okay, let me create tutorial folder, and in this folder I am going to make one file that is named index.html. Make sure to give this HTML tag, otherwise it won't work. Okay, now I'm going to save it. In the same way you can go to the next tab and you can file and save as, and now save as this tutorial as styles.css format. Okay, so these two file format has been created. Now you can use your favorite uh, HTML or CSS editor. I'm using the notepad here. So for opening that we are going to need to go to that directory. Okay, so we are going to that directory, opening the file location. So here we are going to open I click on it and select the copy as path. Okay, we're going to select the copy as path, and from now this portion we are going to select this group. Okay, now here we are going to paste the directory here. Now remove this inverted comma from this tag. Okay, now press enter. So this is our HTML code, but there is no code here, so it is showing the blank. So we are now going to fill it according to it. So as we know, our HTML code is to begin with HTML. So by starting an start tag and now with a closing tag. Okay, and between them we have some of the lines, like we have head, opening head and closing head tag. Then there we have the body. Okay, let me write the closing body tag. Okay, closing body tag, and between the body tag we have some of the portion like there are a header. Okay, then we have our main, then finally we have our footer. Okay, so we're going to use our footer here. And in the head tag we have said that we have our title. So in here we'll give our title tag, and between these two, title opening and close tag. Okay, now it's time for C. Okay, if we see here, you can see this portion of the browser is named index.html, but when we're going to give it a name here, a text or name here, it will be work as a title for our website. Okay, it will work as a title for our website. So after editing its portion, make sure you have to save the directory. So I'm giving a title of the coder campus. Okay, to the coder compass. Okay, I have given the title. So as it is we are doing a manually coding here, so we need to save the file each time. If you use any kind of software, you won't need any uh, saving it for it, but here now we need to file and click save, and this portion has been saved in our file directory. Now if you refresh this browser here, now here see the difference. We can see that we have the coder compass is written as a title in this browser. Okay, so our first title portion has been given here fully. Okay, so now talking about the next portion, let's go to the body of the HTML code. In the body of the HTML code, we have seen that we have to give our title or header portion of our website. For the header portion of our website, let's create a heading. So we are creating a heading H1 heading, and there and another closing tag H1, and between them we are going to type the heading for us. So the coder compass. So after that let me save it first. Okay, I've saved it. Now reload it here. Now you can see our this heading portion is the coder compass has been written in our website page. Okay, let me say something. This H1 and the body, everything is like elements. Okay, these are elements, and if we give if we write like H1, then we write, if I write like font size equal to apostrophes, and between them like 24 px, then between them if I write the coder compass, and then if I close the tag. Okay, if I uh, close the tag now, you can see our this portion and this portion are called element. Okay, are called element, and this is called our attribute. This is called attribute. Okay, and this is called our value here. Okay, so all this portion makes our website more beautiful. So there are a lot of heading tool from h1 to we have h2, then h3 and h4, h5, h6 and so on. Okay, each this has the largest font size, and this is the has the smallest font size by default. It shows the heading of a websites. Okay, then let's go back to our websites. In our website we need to give a logo here. Okay, so before giving a logo, let's work with our CSS files now. So in here the background is looking quite white and dull, so why not make it a little fun and colorful. Okay, for making it more little fun and colorful, we're going to use the style CSS file here. Okay, so now let's go for to style CSS file. Now from here, now we are going to make as we are going to change the background of this header. Okay, this header. So in the style css file we need to first write the elements. Okay, first write the elements, then the attribute, then the value. Okay, then our closing semicolon, then closing bracket. Like here it will be our if for the example it will be the element will be here the header. Okay, the attribute, what is the attribute will be here, can you guess? Okay, here our attribute will be background color. Okay, the background color. Okay, and what will be the value? The value will be the background field color. Okay, what color we want to fill. So here we are going to use the color code 143 C3C. Okay, so what this code mean by? So we have many kind of color codes. Okay, if I talk about, we have a color codes like RGB. We contain 3 values. Okay, then we have HAL. It also contains 3 values. Then we have our hashtag. Okay, in this hashtag it also contains 6 values. So what do these colors means? In here, this first portion is made by the red color, the second portion is green color, and the last portion is blue color. Okay, so each portion, how much the intensity of each color is in each field. So this first two portion also represent the red color portion, then second two color is represent the green color portion, and the third also represent the blue color portion. So in this hex code, it start from 1 to 9, then it follow A B C D E F. Okay, and if we convert this hexagonal code into decimal code, it also means the highest code will be 256. Like this portion, the highest value will be 256. So it's all like the same things. If you have a unique problem, you should check the color wheel. Okay, color wheel in Google, and you will get all the answers of the color code. Okay, let's go back to our topic. So in here we're going to give our header. Okay, we're given our header attribute, then we're going to start with our starting bracket, then we're going to give our attribute. So the here will be the background color. Okay, background color, and the color we want here is okay, we're giving 143 C3C. Okay, then closing it. Now save it. Okay, For that, make sure file, save it, or you can press it Ctrl S from your keyboard. Okay, then in the same way, as we have written this code here, we need to link these two code between them. For linking that, we are in the head, element, we need to add another element that is called link. Okay, we're going to link a relation between style sheet, that is called, what we have written, that is called style sheet. Now the style sheet is situated at, okay, the href, the hyperlink reference is where the style sheet is situated. So our directory is style dot css here, because we have saved both of the document in the same folder. So if we write only the style dot css, it will automatically find where the file is. Okay, as we have saved both file in the same folder. Okay, now so this time save this portion. Okay, next time will use the Ctrl S from my keyboard to save the files. Okay, now we have saved all the files. Now refresh it. Okay, so here we can see the portion aren't working. So let's find out where is the our mistake is. Okay, so here let me again check the style.css file. Here was header, then our background color is also okay. Then if I check the css file, okay, we need to give the total link where from where it is from. Okay, for that, let me again go to my that directory, and from that we have to select my style file. Now right click on it. Now select the copy as path. Okay, the path is now copied where it is saved. Okay, now here we will going to this time replace the file location. Okay, replace the file locations. Okay, now we are placing it and replacing the file location. So our file location has been replaced. So then we are going to file and save this portion, and now we are going to refresh it. Okay, so let me again see it. So I've checked it and saved this portion. Then again, oh, so let's see where is the problem. We have find out the problem, where is the problem was. So our code wasn't working because as HTML also a case sensitive uh, language. So here we can see the we have mistaken the word meaning of background. So I have now fixed the word meaning background correctly. Now save this file. Okay, now saving this file and also updating this another file. Now this time if I refresh my browser, so here you can see my code has been updated. So now this code, this color has been changed, background color. Now if we wanted to change the text color also, we will use that in the similar way. So now we are going to using the color. Okay, so now our this element will be, attribute will be color. So we're going to make it white. Okay, so if we combine our red, green and blue all in max proportion. Okay, now save both of the files. Okay, I am using my keyboard to save the file. Press Ctrl S from your keyboard to save the files. Now reloading this page. So our code has been completed. Okay, now it's time to let's add our logo. Okay, who doesn't want their logo in there? website. So for adding our logo, so let's go to our header again. So before this h1 tag, we are going to use our logo. So for using our logo, so we will going to use img element. Okay, img src. So first, where is the source of our image file? So make sure you have a storage or directory from where you can upload or share your picture here. Okay, so make sure to you have one for your logo. So I am also have a source uh, from where I am going to upload my logo here. So it can be your WordPress cPanel, or it may can be your other file sources. So make sure from there you upload a logo. So here if I talk about that, okay, here you can see the logo is quite too much big, okay, to see in our website. So let me explain some of the things here. So here we have the uh, image source element. So how this elements works. So first I have to give image element, then I have to give the source from where the link or directory from where the image will be taken from. Then as we have to change the size of it. For changing size, we will add more attribute like wide. Okay, wide. And then we're going to use some of the features like heights. Okay, and all other features, weights, heights, and many more. Okay, then we want to talk about, there is another attribute like alt. So what is alternative means? Here means if somehow if the code isn't shown. Okay, if somehow the code isn't the image isn't shown, what text it will be display. Okay, if somehow the image isn't shown, then what text it will display. So for that, let me let's now talk about the classes. Okay, what's class does. So now we'll create classes from now. So if we create, as we are created already a header class here. For creating header class, as it is a built-in header class, we didn't need to give anything like here. But now for this image logo, we're going to use our own create our own class. Like we're going to use a class like logo, and within that logo class we'll change the width and height of the logo. And for creating this logo class, we need to give a full stop before that. Okay, some of you have heard about the deep class, division of class, and other things. So we'll be using those kind of things from now. Okay, so let's go back to our tutorial. So here we're going to first of all resize our image. Okay, for that let me go to our style sheet, and here we're going to add a new class. So it is called logo. Okay, and within this logo class we'll set the width of our website, and width of our logo. So I will select width of 50 px, and height of also 50 px. And let me save it first. So Ctrl S on your keyboard for save it, then go to here and add class. Okay, here we are going to add a class, and this class is called logo. Okay, then save your file, then refresh it, and this time you're seeing that your logo has been minimized according to that. But as we know, in normally a website, the logo and title are situated beside each other. Okay, but they are now like in two row. So how we will going to do that? For that we need to change some of the things in our headers. We need to change the each one header heading one elements and some of the header features in our style sheet. Okay, for that let's go to our style sheet now. Okay, we have gone to our style sheet and let's update some of the features like now we're going to use some of the features. Like first of all we're going to use the display. So in the display attribute, okay, we're going to use the value flex so that those two logo and the title can be placed in inline. Okay, placed can be placed in inline. So now set the gap between them. So the gap between the text and the logo, let's say it 10 px or 20 px according as you need. Okay, then what is called padding? Okay, let's talk about and the feature that is padding. Okay, so what is called padding? Let me write it. Suppose you have a text here. Okay, then you have a line here of and you have another line here. So between this border, okay, between this border and your this text element, the space between these two portion is called padding. Okay, and from this border and from this last point, this portion last point of your website page, this portion is called margin. Okay, so try to remember these two things. So from this element to your border, the gap is called padding, and from the border to your website last content is called margin. Okay, so let's give a padding between them 10 px. So you can by giving these dimensions means it will be some suited some up and down. You can change all the values and see what happens. Okay, like that. And here we need we need to talk about another things. The thing is, like, let's see, we need to change some of the properties of h1. Okay, we will change some of the properties of h1 elements. So if we normally change some of the properties of h1 elements like one some of the properties of h1 elements, it will be effective for all the codes. Okay, all the codes. But if we consider it like this way, within the header element, the h1 element is situated. So if we write in this way, like header element, then it after the header element the h1 element is come. Then if we write in this way, the if it will be only be affected within this header element. Okay, it will affect only this header element. So that thing we are going to do now. Okay, so let's go back to our css file, and now we are going to write a header. Okay, hey, we're going to write a header h1 or heading 1. Okay, and we are going to give it a value of font size. Okay, let's give a font size where let's select a 24 px. Change this value according to yourself and match all the things like what is the outcome it can give. Okay, now select the font weight. Now we're going to make it bold. Okay, so we're going to make it bold, and the margin, we're setting the margins to 0 between all the features. Okay, let's save it here by pressing Ctrl S, and also save this portion by pressing Ctrl S. Now reload your page. Okay, you've seen that our logo and code are all situated in the in a inline fashion. Okay, inline. But another things is that if we see here, here the logo is here, but the text should be in along this line at the center, but the text is quite in upper portion. So that's why we need to change the padding value. Okay, for that let's again go back to our style.css from here, and here for header we are going to set a padding value here. Okay, so let's make a padding value or distance of 10 px, or you can change by yourself and see what the difference come from. Okay, let's also save this file. Now reload your page. So now you can see the it is quite now situated in the middle. So let's for talking about our next portion. Okay, for talking about next portion, so our next portion was the navigation bar. Okay, the navigation bar here, and for the navigation bar we are going to use the nav element. Okay, within a nav element we are going to use the ahref hyperlink element, where we will give given a link here. Okay, then within to click this link we will give a text from where we can click that link. Then don't forget to give the in tag of here, and after giving a couple of the navigation portion, then we'll close the tag. So in some website you see some of the portion like they break down each portion like home, then services, and many more like about us. You can create like your own way. So which portion do you want and which one do you don't, it's up to you. So we're going to create like this one, and make sure to change all the link according to your what's the feature you are using. Are you using a cPanel or of WordPress, or are you using software developing tools or many more? So according to this change all the directory. Okay, directory and links of your file. Okay, so let's go back to our coding. So now in here we're going to use the navigation. Okay, so navigation, so for that I am using navigation. Now ahref, now give the link where do you want to go. So we are going to giving a common email, so you can give as usual as you want. So I'm just giving an example, so you can set any link according to your own way. So now close the link. Now give it a text. So I'm giving a home text. Now closing text. Okay, now close the navigation bar from here. Now save it. Now reload it. Okay, so you can see one of the home portion has been come here. So if I click it, it is now showing our our website. Okay, so in the same way you can add many more navigation portion, like let's add more of them. So like a href reference. Now give the link, which link you want to go to your into directory. Okay, in the same way it is like you're making a table of content type of things. Okay, so I'm giving it as a YouTube channel. Now for the last one I only will give here a three navigation bar example. You can use as much as you want. Okay, let me type it and finish it. Okay, I'm going to give it a name of about us. Okay, now going to save it. Okay, after saving it, now refresh it. So you can see all the text are here as a navigation bar. Okay, uh, but here those are not looking great, so we need to add some of the style sheet here, and there is no gap between them, so we need to add some of the gap here, and we need to make it more user friendly visible. Okay, so for that let's again go back to our style.css portion. Okay, so we are going to be in our style.css portion. So in our style.css portion, let's talk about that. We are going to use the navigation element. From here, we are giving the padding to 10 px. Okay, padding to 10 px. Then we are going to give the font size of each element. Okay, before I think if we give text align, we need to give the text align, because we have seen in our previous site it has a text alignment like it was in the center. Okay, so let's give it in a center fashion. So the text align, giving it a center, so the text are will be situated at the center. So if I save it now, and if you refresh it, you then see that they are quite there. Okay, we have mixed a t in here, so let me fill it, and now again saving it. Now refresh it. Now we can see our all the animation text are at the center. Okay, and now write some of the things like, next what we can add. Now we can add, okay, why not add the background color? Okay, so we are adding the background color here, the background color here. Okay, make it like an yellow color. So selecting a yellow color. Okay, then selecting a color for the text. Okay, so now making the color like, as we're going to using a white color, so white color code is uh, given here. Now close it, now save it. After that, and now you can refresh your website. Now you can see some of the features are added here. So here the color isn't taken. So why the color isn't taken here? Because in here, if we talk about, let me see, show you in here navigation portion, this color is means white. Okay, this color indicating is white, but it is for text color. Okay, but there is no text here, there is hyperlink. Okay, href hyperlink. So for the href hyperlink, we need to change the value in this hyperlink. So we'll again add another portion of the CSS style sheet, that will be navigation, and within this navigation we have hyperlink features, hyperlink element. We'll update the style sheet of that hyperlink element. Okay, so let's go back to our HTML file, and in our HTML file we can see there within this navigation element there is many hyperlink elements. So let's define what these hyperlink elements contain of. Okay, so let's going back to here, let's add some of the features like navigation element and the hyperlink element. Okay, now adding the color. Okay, adding the color of between them. Okay, let's add color. Now save it and refresh it. You can see we have changed the color. Okay, so if we see here, there isn't much gap between them. For giving a gap between them, so we're going to add the padding. So let's give a padding of 15 px here. Okay, let's save it and then refresh it again. So you can see there is a gap between all of them. Okay, is looking great. Let's go back to our Let's go back to our HTML file again. Okay, in our HTML file, let's we can see that we have almost covered our uh, header portion. Okay, as we have almost covered our header portion, now it's time for the body portion. So there are much of element like paragraph element, then we have the linking element. Okay, then we have the image element and many more. There's a bundle of many. So here we are going to talk about two elements, and that is one is paragraph element and one is image element. Okay, and for this image element we use another element that is called figure. Okay, figure and the fig caption. So what the figure and fig caption does, suppose you have an image, and within that image you wanted to write a paragraph or something in the bottom of that or afterward of that. So that time that fig caption, or you want to give that figure a caption, so that's why we use the fig caption here, and to combine these two element we use the figure element here. Okay, so let's demonstrate it. Okay, so for that let's go back to within the main element. Now we're going to write within the main element. So within the main element we're going to within the main element we're going to use some of the features. Okay, like let's first do, okay, let's first do the paragraph element. Okay, so I am giving here the paragraph element. So here let's write welcome to our YouTube channel. Okay, let's in tag. Okay, now save it, then refresh your browser. Okay, we have seen our text is showing here. Let's decorate this text. Okay, for that let's go to style.css again, and now here we are going to give our p element some of the features. Okay, so one of the features, let's make the text font size. Okay, so first of all, if I write the p element like in this way, okay, if I write the p element in like this way, it will be enabled for all the element. Okay, but we are doing only for this body, and within that body, within that main portion. Okay, so we are going to write within the body, then within the main element we have the p element, and then we'll set all the attributes and values. Okay, so let's rewrite it again. Okay, we are rewriting it again. Now selecting the body, then main, then p elements. So for the font size, so we are setting the font size and setting the font size to, let's give it a bigger font like 32 px. Okay, now make this text at the center. Okay, so now text align and align it to center. And after centering it, now it's time for use the font color. So now using the font color, so we are giving a random of green color or other color, so give it a some kind of like blackish color. Okay, let's giving it a blackish color. Now closing the tag. Okay, let's close the tag. Now save this portion. Now also go in our HTML file. Now save this other portion. Now refresh it. So we can see our this text has been updated. Text has been updated. Okay, and now we have updated this portion. Now this time we have talked about we will going to use a image features here. Okay, and for this image feature we will going to use the fig caption and figure portion here. So normally within the figure portion, okay, within the figure portion we're going to use the image okay, and the image source is okay. Now we have to give a link or directory from where the image is collected from, or many other things. You can give any of your directory where from you have sharing the image to the in your website. Okay, uh, this can be found in your uh, cpn directory and many more other way. So make sure you have all of them updated. Okay, let me write the directory link from where I'm going to show you. png, okay. So my link has been written. Now I'm going to set the height and width. Okay, because last time when we used to add the logo, it was like it was taking the whole page dimension. So we don't want a image to capture a whole page of dimension, so we need to give a valid width and height for each of the figures or images. So let's set a value between, okay, let's set the height. Okay, let's the height, I'm setting the height to 250 px. Okay, then select the wide. Okay, and this wide we're going to select a wide of 400 px, and then closing it. And afterward we have told about we will use the fig caption. Okay, fig caption to give a caption to that image. So here the fig caption will just giving anything like the coder compass. So you can write anything, you can explain what the picture is about, and how and what you have going to say about that picture, and many more. Okay, now close this. Now closing the figure element. So we have written this. Now refresh our website. So we have seen we have gotten our this image and this our code, but it is like it is in the left alignment. Okay, you can see it is in the left alignment, but we want this in at the center. So we need to change our align attribute and set the value to center. Okay, so let's you can give some of the styles in the css, or you can add or some of the attributes in here, and all the style do what you want. So this time we won't gonna create any css file just for only uh, one of the attributes, so we're adding this attribute into our figure portion. Okay, so let's go back to our figure element. Now here we are going to add a attribute called align, and within this align attribute the set the value to center. Okay, setting the value to center. Now save it. Now again refresh it. So you can see now our design has been situated at the center. Okay, now next we need to add the footer here. Okay, for adding the footer, let's go see our text. Okay, let me minimize some of this. Okay, uh, okay, so we have minimized all of them. So here we have another code missed, that is called footer. Okay, we have both make sure you have both of the tag like header and footer fully written. Okay, we have written our footer tag. So we won't gonna add much of here or within our footer tag. We only going to add a paragraph. So in this paragraph we are going to use the uh, n% copy then clone. It is for just writing a symbol. You can search on Google and find all the symbol code. Okay, all right, reserved. Okay, now 2024. Now if we see this, let me first of all save it. Okay, then refresh it here. So if we see this, our text is given here. Okay, and for now let's decorate it. Okay, for that we're going to going to style.css, and for within that style.css we have to add another element called footer. Okay, an element called footer, and within this footer setting some of the attributes like setting the background color. Okay, so I'm setting the background color, setting the background color to, you can see the color code and match any color which one you like. Okay, that's totally up to you. Then going to select the text color. Okay, going to select the text color. Then finally we're going to select the alignment. Okay, we want the text to be at the center, text align center. Then finally we want our text to be bold, so font weight. Okay, font weight, set it to bold. Now close the tag. Now save it. Now go to your HTML tag. Now save it. Make sure to save all of them, so that you can use your keyboard, or you can use save manually, or you can use any kind of compiler. Now refresh it. So here we can see all of our coding portion has been included here, and we have completed our one of the beautiful website. So let me recap some of the things. So see, this is our header portion, this is our navigation portion, this is our body portion of our HTML code, and this is our footer portion, and all the website are decorated within, like, decorated within our style CSS. Okay, so that was a happy learning journey. Hope that you will continue to learn. So see you next time. Okay, have a good day.